Oh my God, beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, we're going to talk about this. One of my subscribers messaged me and told me, said, Marwa's going live and Marwa consistently talking about the donation of $1,000. And the person said, why did he keep on talking about this $1,000? I guess somebody donated. So what I decided to do, I went to the live and I went to check Mr. Marwa out. I'm going to help y'all understand something, okay? So I want y'all to first off notice about Aaron Dante. And Aaron Dante is getting exposed today because we did a lot of further investigation with the Afro Indians, far as even coming through immigration borders. For these guys to talk about they bringing people kids. We're going to get to that a little later. But anyway, so Marwa keep on mentioning these people donate 100 times. Okay, cool. They donate, cool. It is what it is. I'm going to do it. Y'all donate the money. I'm going to use it towards my tile. Okay, so hold up. Let me explain to y'all something that y'all don't know what scam artists do. And this is what they do. Let's say right now Aaron Dante is Dr. B. Aaron Dante, you're Dr. B, bro. You donate $500. Then you win and donate money. That's why Marwa keep messing up and mentioning your name right behind Dr. B. Because you are Dr. B. What you're trying to do is get the audience and his subscribers to compete on who won't send the most money. That's what you're trying to do, bro. Aaron, won't you stop trying to play these mind manipulation games on the audience? That's why Marwa keep on mentioning over and over. We made 1,000 today. We made 1,000 today. I promise you I'm going to do it towards the towel. No, Dr. B is Mr. Aaron Dante. And what you're probably doing is taking the same money out the GoFundMe account that you promised that Afro Indians was coming to Africa. And you taking that same money with fake accounts, Dr. B, and different accounts, and putting the money towards the donation. You trying to run mind manipulation on people. Aaron Dante, stop the scamming games y'all are playing, bro. Stop it, bro. We see right through your games. And also, too, your DPX is fake and phony, bro. You telling people talk about write down your dream. Plenty of people don't write down their dream. That don't mean nothing, brother. Stop it, bro. Stop it. American to American. I'm a very wise American. Real talk. I'm very wise and I know a lot about life and I know what's going on out here. Let me tell you something, Aaron. You don't want to see my resume, bro. You don't want, and then you understand that King ain't got no reason to hate. Do you know King do what King want to do whenever King want to do it? King travel anywhere in the world he want to travel anytime he want to. Do you know that? Oh yeah. So this ain't no hate. But I'm calling you out because I see the manipulation games. But it's just a reaction video. Don't take it personal. I'm just letting the crowd know what to watch out for. Stop playing the manipulating games. And by the way, Aaron, you say you're a multi-millionaire, right? Bro, just buy all the towels for Marwa Villa. You his biggest fan. You his biggest supporter. We get it, bro. You're starstruck. You finally get an opportunity to be with somebody that accept you. Oh, Marwa, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your village. Deemwango, I love you so much. Thank you. And you notice one thing that Marwa will be telling y'all all the time? It's our villa. Hey, listen, for all the donators, keep donating all y'all want to donate. But don't get mad when in the end, you see that Marwa kick all y'all in y'all ass. That's all he gonna do to you. Just like he did the Jamaican them. Yeah. Just like he did plenty of people. When he kick y'all in the ass and you see how fake and phony he is, you remember the donation. It's our village. Now what you probably do, now don't get it twisted, in the future, you probably going to Airbnb rooms out in there. So you're going to charge people to come up in the village. You know what you're doing. You're just trying to mind manipulate people long enough to get as much money as you could get out of them. And then after that, you're going to change up. Yeah, that's what you're going to do, bro. Yeah. That's all you're going to do. You pretend to people because you like them so much and you appreciate them because you just appreciating that money they putting in your pocket. That's all you do, bro. Stop the fakeness, bro. That's real talk. Because for an example, if you appreciated people so much, won't you explain to your audience why you took the Jamaican money, thousands of his dollars, manipulated him with your sister Deemwango? Yeah, y'all know what? Look at the video on my page. Look at the video on my page. Why you took thousands of this man dollars and blocked him on all platforms. But you such a nice guy. Man, Marwa, you phony, bro. You phony. And you know you are. So keep on manipulating the audience. Keep on doing what you're doing and playing your mind games. But remember this. Dr. B is really Aaron Dante. Now let's get this interview started.
It's the King of Trouble talk show with real experience, with real culture and people across the world. Let's travel.
Before we get anything started, I want everybody to know that the law must be followed by any means necessary. And we don't play no games when it comes to scammers, and we mean business, and I promise you that. But I just want to say this before we even get started, Cleo. Have one of my investigators on the scene did some investigation for me. Want to give a big shout out to Jam Tours Africa. You know, Jam Tours is a part of the investigation team after he went through a tragic situation with Deemwango and Marwa. And I definitely want the audience to go look at that video, man. You know, I don't know if you noticed, but Jam Tours invested thousands of dollars with an Airbnb with them. And guess what they did to Jam's tour? After he invested all that money, made him promises to do business with him, guess what? They block him on all platforms. Just like all the people that's telling me that I'm hating and this and that on Marvel, guess what? When they finish donating that money, just like Jam's tour did, they're going to block them same people, them donators on all platforms. But we're going to help them out and give them enough game and give them enough understanding before they get caught up in the crossfire. We're just trying to help the people out. But my investigator, Jam Tour, came to me this morning. And you know, man, sometimes I always grew up, they say common sense ain't so common. And I should have used my common sense on this situation because I'm a world traveler. And I traveled through a lot of countries. I went through a lot of immigration. And for me to not pick up on this, I ought to be ashamed of myself. But you know what? We about to arrest somebody today. But let me tell you what Jam Tours came back to me after investigation. And I appreciate you coming onto the scenery and do further investigation because I know you specialize in this type of situation. But Jam Tours came to me, he said, King of Travel, that project with Afro Indians is a big scam. Why? Because it's impossible as a man to take children from one country to another and you are not their father. You cannot pass through immigration with them. Them know all of this before. Aaron is a scammer and he knows this from the start. So I want to say this before you break it down because you did further investigation on this story. But you know, I should have known better going through immigration all my life. Man, immigration don't play no games. So my thing is we're going to mention all this because, you know, and even my question, how could Marwa even bring any of these kids down from India with his reputation the way he is? Because, you know, they got Marwa under surveillance and he was talking about stuff in his village to play with having babies at the village and stuff like that. I wonder how immigration officers and you know, people who know about Marwa, how they feel about all that stuff. But, you know, break it down to the audience and get them better understanding about what's going on.
I think, you know, to be quite frank with you, is that, you know, all due respect, all the crazy, you know, not crazy, but all the crazy things that are going on right now, I think it's surprisingly that even we starting to think that even the subscribers, the fans, people who are supporting Ayamara, including the people who are donating money to Ayamara or Gold Fund, of all these people that are doing this, like so-called scammers and stuff like that. I think it's just like everybody is crazy there. To be quite frank with you, him bringing the kids all the way from India to Kenya, it's not gonna be easy because
I ain't hear nothing
I
you
don't
said.
see that because it's like he's a criminal. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I didn't hear nothing you said.
All right, cool. So bringing the kids, all the way from India to to Kenya, it's not gonna be easy because I mean, IMR right now is becoming like a scammer, real scammer, and a criminal under the international law and against labor, child labor, because in most of his videos you have seen children not working there, in the background that are really like underage, and he's talking about having many kids as well. He's gonna have 10 wives, you know. So look at Ayamara. Like, ask yourself questions: is he normal? I'm scared of him, and I think a lot of people are scared of him. Even little children maybe are scared of him. Countries are scared of him. He's under surveillance, through many countries, I suppose, many embassies, and including their reactors. So with all this, for him to bring the kids it's a long process actually. It's called, it can be human trafficking. It can be, Kenya already is known for children exploitation. Government of America have already checked that there's a large evidence of child exploitation, and using children for sex, using children for labor, using children for so many things going on there in Kenya. So, and as already there's a government of Kenya, I'm sure they have they have to also to look into this. Now we have seen videos of the guy exploiting the children. Now if he's going to bring also other children again, how from India, to bring them to the same place where the crime has been committed, because there's a crime that has been committed. It's not a joke. I mean, I'm not against the IMR, but the fact of the matter that we have seen a criminal act against the children, and discriminating also, Annie's mother, that why she spent more
So
time.
what's the criminal act against the children? What's that so the crowd could understand clearly?
Come again, bring it again.
What's the criminal act against the children so that the crowd could understand clearly where we coming from?
Yeah, child labor is a crime. Any mafia who has opened a company, and that company operates by employing, giving jobs to little children underage, is a crime. The boss of the mafia was supposed to be arrested, but looks like Kenyan police have not looked into that. They only looked at flowers that were stolen. So you can see if the police of Kenya only looks at the flowers that were stolen, but they didn't look at the crime, the real crime that was committed by Ayamara by employing, giving jobs to the little children in a forced labor because they were looking for jobs. And he said it's the culture. He said it's the culture in Kenya to to give jobs to the little children. So he confirmed. He's even said those people that actually are against him employing children, but it's happening all over in Kenya. It means it's negligence by the government. And you can see the police came to arrest his father, stepfather, and his stepbrother, Dev, only for flowers, buying flowers. But they did not arrest Ayamara for exploiting the children, so that's a crime. Actually, he's a criminal. It's like a mafia. Employing little children is a mafia crime. It's mafia crime. So as a criminal to bring other children again from India, It's against the international law. You know, even Kenya has laws against child labor. So from the evidence you have seen, the police arrested the flowers buyers, but they did not arrest the real criminal, and that's what happens. So that you can see that it's working. So bringing children to, I think, to Kenya, Madonna, when she adopted the child from Malawi, I think, and other people who adopted children, there's actually a process of that. So, what is the process of Ayamara bringing the children, or Afro Indians, as he labels them, to Kenya? Is he adopting them? Is he bringing them under the tourism? Because that's not tourism. That's like a human trafficking. You bring in the kids so that they appear in your videos. You're exploiting them further. You're committing a crime further to appear in your video that you're doing something, but you want subscribers. You want to look as if you're doing something, manipulating the
But, but,
subscribers.
but my
Yeah.
thing is, you really feel he had intention really to bring them kids down here? Like, do you feel that was the case, or that just was something to hype the audience and get money on it? Because it ain't
Uh,
adding up.
yeah. Mara is not able to he won't be able to bring the kids. But obviously, this is a scamming tactics that happens. I mean, the scammers don't care. Scammers actually, you remember in the past, Europeans, Westerners would go to Africa, and they take pictures of the kids, with the flies on their faces. So IMRA is doing the same thing, that these Afro Indians are suffering in the name of those Afro Indians. Then you would gang up with you would gang up with the Aaron Dante to siphon more money from, what would be what would be the idea? Why are you bringing these Afro Indians? Is the Indian government not looking after their people, their own people? Is that what you're trying? Is that the statement that you're trying to say, or the picture that you're trying to paint? 1.3 billion people in India cannot look after Afro Indians. Is that what you're trying to say? So it's not gonna bring these people. Actually, these are Indians, and they're already Indians actually in Kenya. They've been there for years. The Indians in Uganda, they've been there for centuries and centuries and centuries. And those cities, they're not only in India, they're also in Pakistan. They're also in other places, many other places, Bangladesh. They're all over the place, So it's not gonna bring these people, but that's what happens. King of the Traveler. That's what happens. Criminals manipulates. Criminals, I mean, it's even worse. I mean, look at Ayamara, the way he dresses, clowning and all that, things like that. Would you trust him with your kids? Look at his hair. Would you trust him with your kids? Look the way he speaks. Would you trust him with your kids? Will the government of India, would they trust a guy who dresses like that, like a clown? The guy who has got a dreadlocks or whatever he has on his head, the guy who speaks about polygamy, the guy who uses kids who uses mafia tactics to employ the kids, the guy who uses his platform YouTube to attack many reactors, and saying he's going to employ the lawyers, whatever, things like that, to arrest it. And the guy who actually discriminate. Actually, India is the most democratic country in the world, so it's against that thing of religion. People who attack other people based on their religion. So that's another crime that Ayamara has committed, by attacking Annie's mother to stop praising God that she has chosen and her family has chosen for many years, since the white people arrived in that country with a Bible and a gun. So nobody's gonna trust that. Indian government is not that stupid. So he's under surveillance. Actually, there's no way. So Dante and Aaron and Dante, and they're bringing this attention to say, we need money, we need money, we need money. And even IMR himself has brought all his family to the public to tell, to ask for money. More Uncle Mo receives money. All these people receives money. Do you think if this is a mafia family, will you trust them with your kids? Where money is being raised, and where the scamming business is taking place. I have never seen something like this, that the whole family is begging for money. Like, how does he beg? He says he built the house, right? For 10 days. Did he build his house for like his mansion, Playboy mansion, for 10 days? He didn't do that, So he just collected the money quick and fast, and the GoFund is still open. It means the money is still coming through. I was saying, he said he has inspired a lot of people to become YouTubers. He's inspired a lot of people, the whole world. But yes, he has inspired people to become scammers. He's inspired his families to become exactly that. He failed to inspire fellow the boy to become a scammer, because he's presenting receipts, slips. He's showing people exact money that has been spent to the donors. Okay, of course, he inspired it,
You know what?
yeah.
I'm glad you say that, Cleo. Listen, I want to leave it right here. You said it best. He inspiring people to become scammers. But because fellow the boy was willing to show his receipt, he don't want fellow boy to come around him no more. He cut fellow the boy off because fellow the boy showing ain't no scamming over here going on. So what that tell you about the ones who don't want to show their receipt? They not but a bunch of scammers. Cleo, I'm going to catch you later.
King of Travel, we love your channel. People really crack me up with how confused they are about life. Let's normalize being real and not fake.
It's the king of trouble.